This is my science unit and lesson plan. It's about forces and motion. The transfer goal for this unit is explain that an object's position and motion can change when it is pulled or pushed at varying speeds and directions, and ultimately understand that forces are a part of our daily lives. The essential question for this unit is what makes things move? I can make definitely a longer unit with this topic, but well, this is basically a very, very introductory unit to forces and motion. As you can see, the parts of this unit are pre-assessment. Lesson 1 about position, lesson 2 introduction to motion, lesson 3 exploring outside. I'm gonna take him to the playground. Lesson 4 push and pull and post assessment. For the pre-assessment, the students are going to be just discussing. We're going to have a circle time, and I'm going to ask the students to have a brainstorm about how do things start and stop moving, and they're going to be open to share their own experiences and using their on words as they can do it. The assessment for this part is going to be they're gonna work on an object motion worksheet. They're gonna draw objects and they're gonna try to explain how they move or how they can move them. Lesson 1, this is about position. We're gonna see above, below, in front of, behind, on. We're gonna do this working with some objects. I'm gonna have visuals in the classroom, a lot of visuals. I'm gonna have a position poster and a presentation, a PowerPoint presentation. I'm gonna make a game too, to asking them putting objects on their head, under the table, behind a book, or things like that. The assessment for this is going to be I'm gonna make questions and they're gonna give me thumbs up or thumbs down, and they're gonna participate and respond during discussion, the circle time. This is the lesson 2, introduction to motion. The students they're gonna be able to share ideas about motion and communicate findings orally. Uh, we're gonna start this lesson with dance. With a dance, the classic dance about getting frozen and moving. Um, I'm gonna have a motion poster and visuals around the classroom, of course. We're gonna have discussions. I'm gonna ask them if they know what motion is, and we're gonna have a chart and we're gonna write our ideas, their ideas on that chart. That this chart is going to be called our ideas about motion. I'm gonna be writing their ideas. The assessment for this lesson is going to be a whole group and partner discussion, student responses to a chart and visuals, thumbs up, thumbs down responses, and choral responses to teacher questions. Lesson 3, exploring outside the playground. I'm going to take the students to the playground. So I'm going to make groups. And for example, one group is going to be playing in the playground, and the other group is going to be observing the motion, how they move when they use the slide, the swing, the seesaw, um, and then they're gonna switch, and then the group who was playing, they're gonna be now observing, and they're gonna take notes and save their own observations for the circle time and discussion time. Um, and the assessment for this lesson, they're gonna draw what they saw. There's observations. They're gonna make question. I'm gonna make question, and they're gonna answer what they saw. And other assessment is going to be the responses during the whole and small group discussions. Lesson 4, push and pull. Actually, noticed that I could make a whole unit with just push and pull. But well, I included this. The other lessons were mostly like an introduction to push and pull, and I could expand the lesson to see more about push and pull. Well, push and pull. The students will be able to demonstrate that a push or pull is needed to start an object in motion. For this lesson, I'm gonna have, of course, the visuals, the motion poster. I'm gonna be asking the students what do you need to make something move, how things move. I'm gonna have a book. We're gonna read a really fun book. Um, I'm gonna show them a video about moving, about pushing and pull, and we're gonna have a game. This game is going to be a bag with objects, and they're gonna show me how they can move those things by pushing and pulling. The assessment for this lesson is they're gonna demonstrate and explain of push and pull um, with the game. Students' participation and explanation in whole group and discussion, acting out of pushes and pulls to song with a song. Students use of vocabulary, student discussion of trade book about the book, and response on pull or push handout. For the post assessment, the students are going to be able at the end describe and compare positions, act out movements to describe different kinds of motion. And we're going to have discussion during circle time. And the students, I need to know that students are using the appropriate unit vocabulary and applying information learned within the unit. The assessment is going to be whole group and partner discussions, and also thumbs up and thumbs down responses. This is the overview of my lesson plan, push and pull. The objective for this lesson is student will be able to demonstrate that a push or pull is needed to start an object in motion. You can see the whole lesson plan in the discussion. I'm gonna leave the link there. But basically, this is the what I'm looking as a result for this lesson is so the students will understand that a push or a pull as a force that affects motion, that an object moves in the direction of the push or pull, that pushes or pulls can speed up, slow down, or change the direction of an object, that size, weight, and shape of an object affects its motion. The students also are going to be able to describe motion in terms of objects around it, make observations of motion and generate questions about motion, plan and conduct simple investigations about motion, construct simple charts from motion data and observations, share ideas about motion and communicate findings orally and through drawings and writings, recognize patterns in the effect of pushes and pulls on objects. We're gonna see the three dimensions of learning in this lesson. These are going to be science and engineering practices, planning and carrying out investigations, analyzing and interpreting disciplinary core ideas, forces and motion, pushes and pulls can have different strengths and directions, cross-cutting concepts, cause and effect, mechanism, and explanation. Well, now it's time to show you a little bit about the activities I'm going to have in this lesson. I wish I could do it in a real classroom with real kindergarten students, but well, we can't do it, so I'm going to use my daughters to do this. It's just a little short video, and I'm going to do a game that is in this lesson. I'm just part of the lesson, of course, um, and enjoy. And during this time, I should be walking around the classroom and making questions, uh, giving them ideas about how to move the things or how they move. So this is the video. Enjoy and thank you. Are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's moving, everybody's moving. You stop when I say freeze. Everybody's moving, everybody's moving. You stop when I say freeze. Everybody's moving, everybody's moving. You stop when I say freeze. Okay, Lola, a question. Can this chair move?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you have to do to move it? If you have to put the chair in, what do you do then?
Oh yeah.
What is that? Push.
Push.
And if you put it out, what do you do?
Pull.
Pull. You got it. Okay, sit down. I'm gonna give you a bag with some things inside, and you're gonna move. You're gonna explore. You're gonna find different ways to move these things, different ways to push and pull, fast and slow, as you can. Okay, you have like a minute to do it or so, just because the video it has to be short. Yeah, that's a good idea. You can pull it, right? How can you push the pencil? You have more things here. You have a rock and an eraser. Oh, that's a good idea. You can move the pencil like that. Yeah, good. Yeah, that's a good idea. You pull in the pencil like this, right? Using these three things. What other ways can you push? For example, you can push the eraser with the ruler. You can push the rock with the pencil. You can pull the rock like this, and good job, girl.